Hi, I'm Tammy Smith from the Mormon Minimalists, and today I want to talk to you about paying attention and being aware. One of the most important things that we can do is to learn to pay attention to ourselves and what's going on in our mind. Paying attention takes a lot of mental energy, right? It's easier if we go along in default mode, not really paying attention, just things happen in our life. We have thoughts, we have emotions that come along, and we just keep moving through the day. And we don't really notice how those thoughts cause our feelings, which cause our action, which gets us a result. We aren't aware that that's actually what's happening. So the thing is that whether we know it or not, that is what's happening. That cycle, thoughts create feelings, which create action, which leads to a result, happens just like gravity. So whether we're aware of it or not, that cycle is creating our life. So when we're not aware that that's what's going on, we have results in our life that we're really unhappy with, and we're not sure how to solve that problem. So the first step that we teach our clients is to start being aware. Now we know that this is a challenge because when we ask our clients to start keeping a food journal around their food, and we have journals that we use for other kinds of coaching, I have no idea where I'm at. Okay, just gonna start over. So we know that that can be a real challenge because when we ask our clients to start keeping a journal of what's going on in their life, whether it's about their food or the things that they're bringing into their life or the emotions that they're having, there's a lot of resistance. They're like, what? I don't want to write this down. And when they start writing it down, one of their common complaints is, now all I do is think about this thing. The reality is those thoughts existed anyways. Now you're just aware of them, right? So if you're putting food in your mouth, you had a thought before you put that food in your mouth. And just because you didn't think about it didn't mean that the thought didn't exist. So what we want to do with these journals is to start to bring awareness and consciousness to the thoughts that are already existing. We have thousands of thoughts in our mind every single day. We want you to start being aware of a few of them, okay? So when you are having a challenge doing this, we ask our clients to first start doing this, and we start getting this pushback. We call it resistance. Resistance is when we just simply go, yeah, I don't think so, right? That resistance is you or your mind saying, yeah, I'd rather stay the same. I'd rather stay unconscious. I'd rather not do the work to be aware. Elizabeth talked in one of our other videos about flipping on the light, walking into a room. We all have that room in our house where when we don't know what to do with it, it gets put in that room. We have that in our mind. So if we are asking you to flip on the switch, and you flip on the switch and you go, oh yeah, nope, don't want to do that, and you turn the switch back off, that's making a choice to stay in default mode, to stay unconscious. But here's the thing. To change anything, you have to first know where you are. You have to know what's happening, what thoughts you're having, what emotions you're feeling, and the actions that you're taking before you can choose to change them, okay? So the first step to this is just starting to pay attention. If you're having an emotion, start to go, why am I feeling that? What am I thinking that's causing that thought? And it's not that we want you to jump from the positive feeling to the negative, or from the negative feeling to the positive feeling. It's not that we want you to jump from the negative to the positive. And lots of people think that that's how it works, right? We say, oh yeah, I'm being super negative. Okay, it's not that we want you to jump. It's not that we want you to jump from the negative to the positive. Okay, that jump can be too big, and often programs teach you to do that, and that's where we bump into some of the challenges. Is we think, okay, I'm having a negative thought, I need to change it to a positive one and everything will be better. But that chasm, that jump, can be too difficult to go from here to there. By being aware and actually understanding what's going on and what the cycle is, and wiggling that thought just a little bit, we can slowly move from here to here. It doesn't happen in one big jump. Sometimes it does, but for most of us, we need to wiggle the thought until we arrive here. And so the process of becoming aware is how we wiggle those thoughts. It's how we start to realize what's going on. In the process of doing this, we end up with a term that's called self-intimacy. Okay, so you think about a relationship that you have with your husband or with your children. If you were ignoring that person, if you never listened to what they said to you, if you never talked nicely to them, what kind of a relationship would you have? And what kind of influence would you have on them to get them to look at what's happening in their life and maybe make a change? The same thing happens when we ignore ourselves, when we ignore what we're feeling, what we're thinking, and then as a result of what we're doing, we're just not paying attention. We're doing everything unconsciously. That leads to us not having a real great relationship with ourselves. And if we don't have a great relationship with ourselves, it's really difficult to actually get the results that we want. Okay? So that is the whole point of becoming more aware and conscious. Pay attention to the thoughts. Notice what feeling comes from that thought, and then what that feeling causes you to do or not do or react. Pay attention, be aware. It's the first step in changing anything. Talk to you soon.